Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Joey here, doing your Tuesday, October the 19th read for the Aries full moon. I'm going to be looking today at your sun sign horoscope, how this full moon transition is going to affect that for you. We're going to be using a little bit of tarot. Anyways, I just want to say thank you to my new subscribers. So much thanks, especially to the Taurus crew that showed up for me this week. You guys blew up my video. It's the first time I have a video that's at 4K views. And I just started this in August, so it was a little overwhelming as well. But thank you very much for that. And as well for the other signs that commented and all that. By the way, when you leave your zodiac sign and your rising sign, your moon, when you put all that stuff in the comments, I really appreciate that you take time to write that and put that in the comment and show yourself. You know, and it makes me happy knowing that people know their other signs and they're not just going off their sun sign. You know, I really wish I could do this always off a rising sign, but I know not a lot of people know that on YouTube. So we are going to go off the sun sign though, so this will resonate for your sun and moon. And yeah, I recorded this video last night and I felt like the video was too good. It gave away too many answers. And what I mean by that, it's not that I'm not trying to give you answers, it's just that this is an awesome transition in our lives right now. We have this Aries full moon on the 20th happening, and it's about taking a leap into those destinations, travel, love, you name it, a career, a school, service, anything that you've been putting off. I feel like this is the ultimate transition for you now. And that we've come to that culmination where if you're stuck still and you're still thinking about taking that leap, or I don't know if I should do this or not, you're gonna have a little bit of anxiety, I feel. And oh, believe me, I'm glad that I've been trying to take leaps forward when it comes to things, and I definitely did that last night with the video, and I think that's why I erased that. I think this is a time for you not to focus on a tarot card reader, honestly, or an astrologer. I think this is a time to actually listen inside you, because the moon is the way you think. It's emotional, right? So I think this is a time to listen to yourself, listen to what it is that you want, and actually go for it. You know, Aries is that pioneer spirit. It's going out there and doing stuff without the fear of hurt, without the fear of falling off, you know, just being that crazy old ram. But it's a serious thing, and for me to do a tarot read and to give you all the answers and just to say, yeah, that's the way you gotta do things, I don't really dig it. We will have a little bit of that in this read, but I kind of structured the reading a little different tonight for all the signs. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna see what the person on your mind is, what you need to know about this transition for you, your challenges, you know, suggested approaches and outcome, right? You know, you all want to know what the future is, and we'll figure that out. But I don't think outcome is something I should be putting in the read, when it should be about you taking a blind leap of faith into things and going forward, even though you might get hurt. So I'll figure out as we go along how we're going to do this, because it's still kind of, I've thought about it all day, and how do I do this without kind of stirring some sort of fear, anxiety too, and I don't want to put that out there. You feel me? So if there's somebody that you've had a crush on, but it's already been 2 weeks or 3 weeks and you haven't said anything to this person, I think it's the time to actually move forward and do something about it, whether you get rejected or not. It's how I feel about this transition. But I feel that's a beautiful transit, and then, like I said, I'm not going to give you the answers today. So if you're here for answers, it's not going to happen. But if you want to see what the new person on your mind is thinking, this is the read for you. This is going to be the read for the new person, and what can happen here, potentially, okay? But I'm not going to give you all the answers. This is a transition for you to experience, for you to turn off the tarot video, and for you to say, I'm going to move forward, and I'm not afraid. So with that getting started, the star of the show tonight, Aries. So let's go ahead and start with you. Let's see. I have charts here, by the way, so I'm looking at the Aries sun sign here. I think if you're trying to revive things in relationships, it can start as long as you're honest and you communicate those things. you know, but right now you're in a space of planning for the future and kind of setting those goals up. The only downer there is Mars is kind of in tension with Pluto on Friday. You shouldn't try to like control things or control a situation there. So what's that about? Let's see what the tarot wants to say. Yeah, definitely no controlling energy from your side. Alright, so let's see here. Aries. By the way, I know an Aries. They got catfished. You know, so I guess that's another thing to keep in mind. When we do these tarot reads, try to keep in mind the new person in your mind. Alright, so the new person on your mind right now, that person on your mind, what do they think about you here? Let's see, Aries. You're being kind of quiet. I think the new person's kind of in a space of that things are working out just fine. They could just be in a... you might be dealing with somebody that's just kind of ignorant to love right now. Because you have the Six of Wands here, and maybe they feel victorious because you're in their space and they're being quiet. And maybe it's you that's covering things up with work here. Or it's you being quiet. There's definitely vibes of working and just mundane things here. But the High Priestess here in the middle, it's showing me that there is a side here of what they think of you is that you're just being quiet and focusing on your work here. For you right now, Four of Swords and the Ace of Wands, you're definitely healing and trying to find new endeavors here with this Ace of Wands. There's definitely a path you're taking, but you are in this mode of that you are healing from past situations. You're healing from the situations of people that don't communicate with you. You know, this is kind of a Mercurial card here, and you have this whole Ace of Wands here that you're trying to find new things that are trying to spark up in your life. Okay, that's good. You're in the space of trying to find new things while you're healing, and I feel like the healing aspects of this is kind of in the mind as well. And you know, that could be kind of you're healing and you're doing a little spiritual work there on the side. I see that. Let's see here for the challenge for you, Aries. For the challenge, well, you get the Five of Cups. Your challenge is definitely not looking back at the past here with the Five of Cups. So this week is definitely not looking back. I like this card for your challenge because, you know, an Aries shouldn't be looking back. You should be looking forward towards the, you know, the two good cups back here. All you got to do is turn around. And I think you're definitely in the space here of making things work for you there, Aries. Let's see here. For your suggested approach with these new energies is, well, cutting things off, walking away from people that are emotionally distant people. We're walking away from that this week. People that are not communicating as well as online communication. Kind of like I said, there was an Aries friend of mine that got catfished, right? You're walking away from poison, from lies, from things that aren't connecting. Very cool. Let's see for the person that's on your mind, what's the outcome here? What's the ultimate outcome for the Aries here? Five of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Queen of Pentacles. Well, I be darned. There is definitely... Sorry, this is Six of Pentacles. I always see that like Five of Pentacles. This is a new deck to me, so I'm still getting used to the cards. So at the beginning of the read, we have the High Priest. At the end, we have the Hierophant. There's this definitely feminine and masculine energy, right? This full moon's a masculine energy. So it's, you know, whether you're female or male watching this, this is about you approaching situations. And this is you realizing that that beauty's inside of you, and that committed kingdom that you have in view for yourself. It's about you not putting pressure and letting things connect. Now, you have the High Priestess and the Hierophant in your read, so this is kind of twin flamey, right? So maybe the people you're dealing with now in your space seems kind of like heavy, right? Like you want to connect to something new, and maybe they're not trying to connect to that, or it might be you running away. Either way, this is really good. I think the outcome here for you is that you're able to kind of create some sort of ecology for yourself. You're able to create some sort of beautiful spiritual union here. But that's by moving forward. with everything I've been saying about this moon, and that's about walking away. So I would say that this week it's about walking away and not controlling situations. Like, how I put this in terms is, well, if I walk away, she's not going to message me anymore. Well, good. Walk away. I think so. All right, next, let's do Taurus. Taurus, what you got going on here with your chart? All right. This week is definitely a lot lighthearted for you. I think you still have connections with friends going on, connections with your personal life. I think, maybe Friday, Sunday, that Gemini moon's going to encourage some communication and soften up some situations in your life, right? But we're still with this Aries full moon, and it's about taking a bold leap forward. So if the communication is not there, maybe this week's about opening up that line of communication for you, Taurus. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, with the Scorpio sun coming in to your relationship life there too, I think maybe Saturday there might be something dramatic going on for the Taurus when it comes to love situations. Okay, so put that person in your mind and let's see how they feel about you right now. How does your person feel about you right now? The Fool. Oh, there you go. And the Emperor. Wow. Your person feels that you are moving forward and trying to maybe pressure things, but you're pressuring things from like a space of non-communication, right? That kind of checks with the chart here, and this Emperor not being very communicative, more like trying to force things down. And I just told the Aries, this week's not the week to force things. I feel it's the same thing with you as well. But they feel maybe you're trying to force things in a non-communicative way here, but you're standing your ground on something that you're wanting to say here. It could be that you want a relationship. It could be that you want a marriage. It could be whatever you want here. Whatever that you're standing your ground on, they think that you're pretty hard-headed and set on your ways. And not hard-headed in a bad way. I'm sorry, I take that back. That's not like hard-headed. That is energy of that you've made up your mind what you want, Hard-headed is a bad word. Sorry about that. And then for you, you have the Eight of Wands, communication, like I said, and the Four of Cups. There is disappointment. You want communication, but you're not getting that. You're not getting that from your person here. And I think this week's very, very important for communication and opening that line. What your challenge here is, well, yeah, the Knight of Cups is just looking good. I think your challenge is just to look good this week. Smell good. Go out. Have fun with your friends and see if that kind of wakes up the energy to saying, hey, I might lose that. For your suggested approach, Three of Cups and the King of Wands. Well, I did say it, right? The Three of Cups is you spending time with friends, having little drinking parties, and the King of Wands is just living up your life, living it up. Living it up, not worrying about who enters, because the Leo kingdom, I'm a Leo, right, Taurus? So the Leo kingdom, right? You don't force people to sit down with you. You don't force them by verbally or whatever. You tell them, verbally, yeah, you do tell them. You tell them, this is a throne, and if you're not willing to sit there, then that's okay. I got my friends, right? I'm going to go out. Because, yeah, that's how I see it here. For the overall outcome for your situation this week, you have the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Taurus, when those lines of communication open up, I think it's about telling them where telling your person where you want to put that world in. Because maybe your person, you haven't communicated that exactly where you want to put your world at, And it's a very clear message with that Knight of Swords, and it's kind of reckless and it's kind of crazy, but I think, with this Aries full moon, I think that's really positive. And then with the moon going into Gemini there on Sunday, is really encouraging you to communicate these things that you've been too afraid. Now, the Knight of Swords is awesome energy here. I love the Knight of Swords there for you at the outcome, because it's about the quest. It's about going forward with your quest, with your life mission here. If people aren't on the same mission with you, then where are you going when it comes to your love situations and your love life here? I think that's the message you're getting across here. And then the challenge for you is pretty simple. It's looking good here. Looking good on your own. Yeah. If I were to put that in a sense of an example for you, Taurus, it would be kind of like, well, boy and girl, right? I want to be in a relationship. And your person's like, yeah, that's cool, but they've never said anything, and you're waiting for your person to kind of spark that communication. Maybe it's time for you to actually spit it out and say, hey, you know, I want a relationship. I think it's that simple for the Taurus this week. And I think you're favored when it comes to communication about that. That's all I got for you, Taurus. All right. Gemini. What's up, Geminis? So this week, when it comes to love, your love life gets a boost. I feel like you can hardly restrain yourself because you're full of enthusiasm this week. And I feel that people are going to kind of warmly welcome you into that space. So, you know, don't be afraid of holding back on the emotions. Don't be afraid of holding back communication. I think the danger here is maybe you'll go too far on Thursday or Friday and you may not realize it before it's too late. But it's nothing that'll break down. It's something fixable maybe. So just restrain yourself when it comes to love situations this week. But enjoy the moment. Alright, very mundane stuff here for you, but I think you are going to get a boost in love this week, Gemini. Let's see here. The person on your mind right now, what they think about you. Nine of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Justice card. That's funny because I swear you got these same three cards in the first read I did before I deleted that read. This is definitely, they think you're in your head and you're going nuts about it, and maybe you're acting a little immature when it comes to your love situations, but maybe that's for good reason because you want some sort of justice here. I think this week is definitely the week you do get your justice, and let's see why that is. What's going on with you here? Ten of Coins and the Tower. The Tower came out reversed, but I don't read reversals here. Not reading reversals today. The 10 with the Tower, we'll take it reversed. You're holding back this Tower moment. You're holding back the Kingdom, and I think your person's kind of picking up on those vibes of you holding back on stuff. So maybe this week is kind of like, wait for your sign here that you can open up to your person, you know. Or maybe there's things that they're trying to cut you off, and you're trying to hold that back from happening. But I think I'm going to reverse this Tower for you. Let it fall. Your challenge card is the Ten of Cups. Find something emotionally fulfilling. So if this isn't working out and you know that, and spiritually you feel it's not going to work out and it's going to fall apart, I mean, I think maybe your best shot at like finding something it's going to bring you happiness is maybe outside of this situation. A lot of weird energies here. For the approach is the Hangman and the Star. Yeah, I think it's time to definitely remove people that aren't looking at life the same way you are. I'm getting that like maybe you're connected to spirituality and the people you're surrounding yourself are not. You know? Maybe the people that you're connecting to are a little superficial, right? Maybe you're trying to manifest something for your better future here, and your person doesn't believe in that type of stuff. They're not on your party with that. But maybe it's because they look good and you think, oh, because they physically look good. Well, in order for the relationship to work, and really once you're connected to the spiritual life, I mean, it's with the spiritual, it's with the physicality, it's with the emotions, it's with all the suits of cards here that you have this really well balanced looking thing here. For the outcome here, the Lovers, the Eight of Cups, and the Two of Swords. Yeah, there's definitely cut off energy here with this Lovers card, and it's walking away from lovers, walking away from something that looks passionate, right? Because the Lovers looks like the devil card to me, honestly. Can we just call it out? The Lovers card here is like the devil, something that's holding you down and you've been too afraid to walk away from because maybe you're attracted to the physicality of somebody and you just realize that the spirituality is not there. The spirituality is definitely not there. There's not one sense of spirituality through this whole read other than you trying to aim for that kingdom and you having a dream here on your side and them acting like this hangman here. If I were to put that kind of like if we're just friends talking and, you know, we're at the coffee house and I'm talking to you, Gemini, I'd be like, do they make you happy? Well, you can keep them in your space if you like, you know, if they make you happy. Does it feel like it's going to turn out to be anything for your whole life? No, well, maybe you should cut that out. Find something that does. Okay. So, next sign, here we go. Cancer, what's going on? I feel like you had a real relaxing weekend here looking at your chart. I think this week it's going to become a little bit more courageous, more adventurous. I think you're also going to be decisive when it comes to love relationships. If you partner up, I think you may have to tone yourself down a little bit this week. It might be difficult on Thursday or Friday when the sun changes to Scorpio. Saturday may bring kind of like a power struggle for you. Saturday, I feel like there might be that sense of a power struggle or you being kind of stubborn. That might come into play. If not, not. I feel like if you're an older type of Cancer here, Cancerian, it's not really going to play out. But if you're younger, like, you know, maybe teens to like 20s, that might be a thing for you where you're trying to put some stubbornness or a sense of control on a relationship. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say, Cancer. I want you to pop that person in your head right now. And let's see what the cards want to say about your person, what they think about you right now. What does the person on Cancer's mind think about you right now? The Empress, the Queen of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, this person, yeah. I'm getting two messages. This is kind of weird. You're the first sign that's getting two messages, so hold up. So like your person here, they're getting that Empress vibe off of you, okay? They're totally seeing you as that Empress because I said you might have a power struggle on Sunday. And I feel like with this Empress, you although she's sweet, she's still the Empress. And you might be sweet trying to power struggle something this week here. And you have this Queen of Cups, which is you coming out in the middle of the read. So they know you're very emotional. They know you're very intuitive, and there could be feelings of maybe you think your person's cheating on you, or it could be feelings from their side that maybe they think you're cheating on them, you know? Let's see what's going on for you, though, through this week with the cards. The Chariot and the Page of Swords. Yeah, this is definitely like moving forward, taking little trips this weekend. Like I said, you might be somewhat adventurous. If you're dealing with like short, long distance type things, like third house stuff, I say that's very positive for you as well. You might be doing like short distance travel just to figure out if someone's cheating on you. I'm just going to say what I see in the cards, okay? And I think with this Page of Swords is like maybe you're online stalking somebody or they're checking you out. It could go either way for this read. There's going to be two types, especially for the cross watchers. I know you'll love that. The challenge card is the Hermit, to actually go inside to say if these relationships you're connecting to are connecting to the higher source, which is your dreams. The Hierophant has a star in that lantern, and he is trying to connect how he makes this dream happen here by going inside and asking himself, how you do that. He's asking his higher self, basically. Let's see here for your approach, the world and the high priestess. This is definitely you having some sort of intuition, clarity about your situation in love this week. Cancerians, you're very intuitive this week. Very intuitive, and maybe that's where the stubbornness is going to come from on Saturday here. So I would definitely try to end stories that seem like you're being cheated on. Or maybe people have to end stories with you because you're just kind of like iffy about it. Maybe seeing other people at the same time, although it's not showing up here. The Seven of Swords is over there. So you probably got, the Cancerian probably has a couple people in their energy right now. Let's see for the outcome here. Death, Ace of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, there's definitely an ending coming here for some of you. And if not, it's definitely like not the ending of a relationship, but maybe like the culmination of some sort of big change of dynamic in the relationship with this Ace of Pentacles. And giving the two of you, if you're partnered up with somebody and it's going well, it's just giving you guys a lot more options for things that you want to do. You know, that Disneyland trip that you wanted for a long time, or that trip, because you do have the Chariot here, so maybe travel. Like, and I do see travel stuff here for you. But yeah, I think this is overall a very positive week for you. The cards have this underlying theme of there's something sketchy going on, but I don't think it's that much of a big deal, honestly. I think it just, maybe the communication, because these are swords. The only sketchy part of the read was the sword parts, and maybe it's just communicating that. And putting up boundaries too, saying, you know, I'm not going to tolerate that, you know? Get sassy with it during this full moon for Aries. Otherwise, I think it's going to be a good transit for love this week for the Cancerians. All right. Next, let's do the Leo. What's up, Leo Kingdom? What's going on? So I got your chart over here, Leo. I got your cards ready. Let's see what's going on with love for us. Let's see if we can attract that beautiful love into our space this week. So let's see here with your sun stuff going on here. If your partners were being too serious last week, you have to be careful that you don't feel the same way on Friday, okay? I think Venus in Sagittarius is kind of remaining positive for us. Yeah, I think it's maybe the people you're connecting to need to get on the same playing field as you, especially if you have new stuff coming in or you're trying to connect to new energies this week. They really need to get on that same playing field with you. So, like, it's about give and take with this spiritual stuff, right? And if you're giving and they're constantly taking from you, Leo, it's not going to work this week. But I think it's overall positive for you to say, hey, fine, it's not working, and try, because you have this Aries full moon. And if you're trying, you know, throw meat at the wall. See if it sticks, Leo. That's what I'm feeling for you this week in love. And I get your card here, King of Wands, when I was shuffling here. Last shuffle, okay? So go ahead, stick that person in your mind, Leo. Put the person in your mind. And let's draw 3 cards here for what they think about you right now. What your person thinks about you right now. The Fool. They could actually think you're a love fool here. The Ten of Wands and the High Priestess. Well, if this is a new energy, it's not looking too good. Like, they look like maybe they want to disconnect from that. Spiritually, I feel like Leos are coming from a very cool place. Like, rock star and spirituality don't connect, though. And maybe some people aren't seeing the spirituality with you there this week. And they're kind of looking at you like a fool here. And I don't think it's the Fool for the Aries full moon. But maybe you've tried to do things and enter people's spaces, and you dropping these bombs here, these wand bombs, and you have the High Priestess here. They know you're coming from a very well-balanced place doing that, though. Even though that they may look at you like a fool, but I think they think you're coming from a well-balanced place. Let's see. I don't know. What are you going through here? 4 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. You're definitely seeking balance this week. Where you want to put your love life, where you want to find that balance, and where you're going to put that world into. 4 Wands with the 2 of Wands, that's 6 of Wands. That's the Leo card with the 6 of Wands, trying to find that victory. But this is just the beginning steps. And I think, you know what this 4 and 2 of Wands are telling me? Exactly what I said about your chart here, is throwing meat at the wall and see what sticks. If it doesn't stick, what's your challenge here? The Magician. Keep manifesting. Keep inviting people into your energy and kicking them out. It's the same thing. Your throne is right here, and if they don't want to sit on the throne with you, it's out, because you're the Magician now. I said you're connected. You have the High Priestess and the Magician. I'm lighting on fire here, Leo. Right here for your approach, you have the Emperor and Ace of Swords. Yeah, stick with what you want to do this week. You know, when it comes to love and you're pushing forward with those things, stick with that. Stick with that energy. Be hard-headed about it, sure. You know, if I were to put this kind of like in a way where I was talking to you like a friend at the coffee house, I'd be like, yo, just try. Just try. And if they reject you, so what? Okay, you have Ace of Wands, the 4 of Cups, and the Hermit. So yeah, there's definitely some rejection at the end of the rainbow here. My advice to you, though, is to go for the rejection. I think inviting that chaos into your life, some Uranian energy, some of that Martian energy, although he's debilitated in Libra, I mean, you might feel like not communicating what you feel about 2 people. And I think it's actually be a very positive influence, because if you, especially if you're Leo rising, that's 3rd house stuff. You know, your Libra, your communication house it's Libra season. So this is definitely the season for communication. And although you have Mars sitting there debilitated, well, what's the negatives of Mars debilitated? Well, he doesn't communicate until it's too late. So don't wait till it's too late, Leo. We're not doing that this week. Go forward, communicate, do stuff. Create magic in your life here. And just because people don't want to connect to you doesn't mean you stop. It means you keep moving. Oh, and I know there's going to be some Leos that say, I don't need love, I don't want love, I'm okay alone. Why are you at this tarot read? Sorry, Leos, that's tough love. I'm a double Leo. I got to give you some tough love there. Sorry. All right, so Virgo, let's get you started here. I got your chart over here. I got your tarot cards, Virgo. Are we excited about love this week? Because it's like love is more important than work this week, Virgo. Finally, we're getting some movement here with the Virgo. Or is it also that the Virgo's craving the love of another person, right? Yeah. I think, you know, I'm looking at the chart and I'm kind of drawing blanks, but I know why I'm drawing blanks, Virgo. I think you're looking for a classical love relationship. I think this week you might be looking for like the 50s movie, the 60s movie, or, you know, somebody buying you flowers and candy. I'm getting that classic love relationship thing, that Aries full moon. It kind of points to like that culmination of those events on Wednesday. So if that's what you're looking for, I hope you're in a good space and you have a person you're connecting to right now. I really hope that for the Virgo. I really hope that for you. So let's see what the person on your mind right now, what they think about you. The person on your mind, oh, the person's really happy with you here. There's the 3 of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Judgment. Yeah, you know, I think Virgos are vibing this week. You might be vibing with the Leo or the Libra here, you know, but you do have the Sun and the Judgment here. And I think that that's definitely, you know, maybe hard times have passed for the Virgo this week, and now, or for your person here, hard times have passed and they've gotten over the battles with like trying to make something solid here. When it comes to love, they want to build with you. You bring them the ultimate happiness here. That Judgment card. Maybe they got some skeletons in the closet, but I feel that's something that they want to push back for you. Let's see here for you what you got. You have Six of Wands and the Four of Cups. So there's definitely something feeling victorious and something feeling like a loss. Like, could it be that you feel victorious with the relationship you're in now, but there's a sense of emotions missing? I think that's what it is. I think that the relationship, it looks good on paper, and maybe that's why I'm looking at the chart and I was drawing blanks, and I said maybe you're looking for the classical relationship. And right now, relationships for you, the way it's looking through the cards is that you have a good something stable here, but it's not connecting emotionally for you specifically. Maybe your person's blind to that. Maybe these skeletons in your closet are things you're hiding. Yeah, this Ten of Swords is your challenge. Yeah, I think this is definitely cleaning up old love stories and things that are not connecting anymore. Or maybe your challenge is to remove these swords. You know? I think, Virgo, you've been in and out of energies for a while, for the last month or two, since August. And I think it's been kind of like a wash, rinse, repeat cycle for you. And I think here, you know, with your approaches to end love relationships and strength, you get a lot of Leo in your read. You've been pulling Leo cards like crazy since August. And maybe you want to communicate to a Leo and send a message here. Or maybe it's your approach is communication. And maybe it's communication about things not being emotionally stable for you now. If you're waiting for people to communicate to you, I'd say, yeah, wait. But, you know, if it's not connecting, let's see. Yeah, and there's King of Wands. Like I said, you keep getting Leo cards in your read. All these Leo cards didn't come out in the Leo read. In fact, they got the Hermit. They got Virgo, I think. Or was that Gemini? I don't remember. It could have been Cancer that got Hermit. Not sure. Don't take me for that. Don't take me on for that. But there is definitely the feeling of healing, and there may be somebody you're not communicating to now that you really, really miss. And your suggested approach says communicate. So if you miss somebody, I think communicating that this week could actually give you your classic love story if you're looking for that. Oh, that's kind of cute, Virgo. Yeah, if I was your little buddy there talking with you, you know, I'd be like, hey, give it a shot. I think I told Leo, throw meat at the wall, see what sticks this week. I think half the signs have been just throwing meat at the wall with it, and isn't that described the Aries hunter moon, right? Throwing meat at the wall and see what sticks. All right, Libra. So next is Libra. Let's see what you got for your love and relationships this week. I pulled up a chart here for your sun sign. I think this Aries full moon, if you're in a current relationship, it brings you to that point where you have a lot of stuff going on here with this new strength. Be careful you don't cause a situation or like an argument, that type stuff this week. Especially if you're dating scene and you're trying to connect to people. I feel like maybe people that you're dating or you're connecting with feel like they really can't keep up with you, and that makes sense, right? The Sun, Libra. I know you got your energy, but does everybody else does? Because the Sun's debilitated in Libra. So, but I think that's you know, that says something, right? So just try to keep it chill, right? Try to keep your cool this week. I think Libras this week really need to keep their cool. Let's see what your person in your mind right now thinks of you. So pop that person in your head. Let's see what they think of you right now. 8 of Wands, 7 of Swords, and the 5 of Cups. It looks like the Libras are rejecting. Have you rejected your person? Why are you thinking about them? That's weird. That's a really weird backwards stuff going on. Or maybe that they rejected you and you've communicated and you feel like they just want to move to other places and elevate themselves, right? This is the Seven of Swords, right? Moon and Aquarius stuff. So maybe stuff is just randomly falling apart this week for you. And you're wanting to cause some arguments because you're not feeling this Five of Cups. You're not feeling the crying over milk, is what I get with this. You're not crying over spilled milk this week. You want to create some disruption here. You want to heal because there's 2 cups behind. That's 2 of Cups. You want to heal something there. How you feel right now? 4 of Swords and the King of Pentacles. You are definitely trying to create a kingdom for yourself here by healing out a situation. There's a very high feeling of trying to heal out a situation, but it doesn't come from being vulgar or coming out strong here. Let's see what your challenge is. Your challenge is the 7 of Coins. Keep working for it. Yeah, I think if you are connecting and you are communicating, I definitely see you are communicating with this person, and there's challenges there. But I think if you keep working on this, they see that you're actually pretty stable. They see that you're a leader as well here with this King of Pentacles. And for your approach is Tower and Ace of Cups. Yeah, let things fall apart. You know, some of the Libras, if you need to cry with your person, maybe it's time to let out some tears and see what happens, right? Talk about situations, but don't talk about them from a standpoint where you're being aggressive or trying to like really pressure the situation. Queen of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Cups here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's a lot of water. It's a lot of emotion. I did say cry, didn't I? You may have been crying a lot last week, by the way. Just randomly crying, that type of stuff. You may have been into that. I don't know. But you're definitely moving forward with your emotions. Move forward with emotions. And you are a master of that. And you're able to create something new if you're currently in a relationship with this person. Or if you're currently trying to start something up with this person. Keep moving forward with your emotions. Just it's going to be some work. And with the 7 of Coins, I feel like your challenge is just patience this week. Keeping patient and keeping up that workspace of trying to work it out. I think this is good. Be patient. Be patient, Libra. You tired of tarot card readers telling you to be patient, Libra? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Alright, let's move on to Scorpio Dopio. Hey, what's up, Scorpios? You know, Scorpio, you guys are really silly. I've met some Scorpio sun signs, some Scorpio rising people too recently. You guys are a silly bunch. I got your chart here. Let's see what we got for the silly bunch. Venus and Sagittarius continues favorable things for your relationship life now. Things are actually feeling really good in the relationship. It feels like you just kicked into, you know, a gear with your car. Maybe you felt like there's definitely been a push on the gears for your vehicle, and maybe you guys are buying a vehicle this week too. Just kidding. I feel like the Mercury is kind of connecting to your relationship. There's a lot of positivity this week for you. I feel like your attitude's going to improve too, because like the last read since August, I've been saying your attitude's not there. Like maybe you're expecting emotions from people and you can't get that. I feel like the attitude is finally fixing itself and you're on the course to a higher love here. The Scorpios, finally. Scorpios got a good week in love. Put it on the front page of your local newspaper and your website articles. Scorpios have an awesome week in love this week. Let's see here for the person now on your mind. What they think about you, Scorpio. 9 of Wands, 3 of Coins, and the King of Cups. Yes! Finally, we get a good read. Finally. Oh, man. All the signs have gotten really bad ones. Don't tell them I said that, Scorpio. Shh. Just between us, okay? Yeah, this person sees you're standing your ground. Whoever you're with now or connecting to, they see you stand your ground. You're ready to build something here, and they see you as the king. You know, it doesn't matter what if you're female or male. They see you like this king here. They see you like, hey, this is the person they want to connect to. They want to connect to you this week. Let's see how you feel. The High Priestess and the Five of Wands. There's definitely, you feel like things are moving now, and they're moving from a spiritual aspect now. It's like the relationship is finally coming together with the spirit. It's because, you know, the Three of Coins also, there's spirit in this card as well. Spirit's in this card. People always overlook that. And you have the High Priestess here saying, hey, look, you're connecting to higher realms, and there's actually movement in your relationship. There's action. You guys could be doing a lot of hobbies together this week. Those are going to be very positive for you. Hobbies, things that are going to bring expansion, because that's like Jupiter, and Jupiter isn't a good part of your chart here, giving you positivity for the relationship. What is the challenge for the Scorpio this week is the Eight of Cups. This is taking a break. Yeah, you know, like take a break sometimes, you know, give people space, right? I think you've learned your lesson over the last 2 months here with these reads is just maybe if you give in too much emotion, that your person actually feels that, you know, and that can be kind of heavy for anybody, right? Even a Leo. So let's see here. Your approach, the Emperor and the Hierophant. Wow, well, you have the Hierophant and the Hierophant. This is definitely twin flamey type energy stuff. And maybe you're scared about, like, I'm getting a little bit of fear with these cards, although, because, you know, this type of energy can get kind of heavy, right? So that can kind of trigger fear. Maybe in your person as well, because it feels like there's a very spiritual union here between two people in this read. It's very, very light, very positive. With this Aries full moon, the results is the King of Swords, the Lovers, and the Magician. It's two people in this read. You have a King of Swords and a King of Cups here. Doesn't matter what sex they are. You have the Hierophant and the High Priestess here. Is this two people manifesting love this week? So whatever you got going on this week, I'd say it's very positive. And, you know, for these two cards to come out in one single read, for me, I've already made it known to the Pisces, because they get these cards in their reads all the time. This is a very spiritual union. If you don't believe this union's spiritual, then maybe you need to work on the spiritual aspects of the relationship. It doesn't mean that they have to watch astrology and tarot videos with you, but it does mean that they need to connect to some sort of higher source, some sort of being, some sort of self-worth, or like, you know, even if it's just connecting to nature or like yoga or something, right? This definitely has to be a dynamic. And I did say there are hobbies here, so maybe if you're connecting to sports or anything, that can be spiritual as well too, right? Scorpio, get out of here, Scorpio. You have a nice read. I don't need to tell you anything else, Scorpio. Let's move on to Saggies. Scorpio, get out of here. That was a really good read, Scorpio. I wish you guys the best, though, this week. Saggy, let's see what's going on. I think love and relationship issues for the Saggies. I'm a Saggy moon. You all know that by now. Been kind of booming for you for a while. I feel like you're really going to feel this with the Aries full moon there, though. Should a relationship be more binding? I don't know. Are there any consequences? I don't know. But let's just throw meat at the wall. See what sticks there, okay? Hold tight there, Saggy. I think if you're trying to squeeze an answer out of somebody about a relationship, this week your best approach is not to do that. Venus in Sagittarius is showing you how important a relationship is, but I think it's showing you from the sense of that forcing something's not going to work now. And you know that. And if it's new energy, you know, play a little bit. Don't try to commit too fast or try to sign the marriage contract this week, you know? Just try to have fun with the energies, okay? Venus is definitely in a better position than she was in Scorpio there. Okay, so put that person in your mind. Let's see what the Saggies person right now on their mind thinks about the Saggy. Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Five of Coins. They definitely know this is spiritual, but they might be kind of leading you on into the cold here and sending you off your way, but not completely. Your person knows that you have some sort of spirituality tied to you. You might have stuff like you might have like spiritual things in your chart, like Saturn 12th house, that type stuff. Just let's see what you're going through. Communicating in the moon. Sag, you're the first sign to get the moon card here. There's definitely, you're holding back stuff. You know, you're the only sign that I can kind of connect this full moon to, the Aries full moon. Well, I guess all the signs did kind of connect to it, but you're the one it's in a position of maybe you need to hold back a little bit for this full moon, okay? And maybe that's the leap of faith for you. It's kind of reversed for you this week. I think it's you want to take a leap of faith, but maybe you should take a leap of faith into holding back whatever it is there about communicating. You know, if you want a marriage, if you want a relationship, I think maybe this week's not the week for you. Holding back this moon card. Because holding back this moon card for you, look at that. You see the moon? There's a dark side to the moon you don't see, you know, and I think if you're trying to force things, that can be kind of dangerous, right? And then I said, you know, be careful with trying to imprison your person, because there's a little bird in the cage here. See that? And I think for this week, for the full moon in Aries though, for the Saggy, it's about kind of holding back. Let's see what the challenge is. The challenge is the Chariot. Well, the challenge is certainly very different, right? It's the Chariot. But I think your challenge is not to move here. Okay? Intuitively, I'm getting it reversed. Is not to move. Not to move into places where you know you might get hurt here. Let's see what the suggested approach is. The Eight of Cups and the Ace of Cups here. That makes Nine of Cups, right? So I think this is coming from the space of holding on to something before you walk away. Giving it a shot this week and see what culminates. And not forcing anybody to love you, or, you know, and I don't really believe the whole Saggy chasing thing. I don't think you're chasing anybody here. Are you chasing anybody here at the end? No, actually, you get a good result here. That's good. Yeah, I think if you wait this week, if you wait out, if you're trying to get an answer from your person this week, it may not happen. And although your love life has been booming, maybe you're trying to force a situation to kind of come together, like completely glue it together. Just be patient. I think this week is just having fun. Definitely moving forward, and I think maybe short distance travel would be very healthy. You want to take a weekend trip with your person, this would be a very good week. Alright, that's all I got for you, Saggy. Let's move on to Capricorn. Capricorn, what's going on with you with love this week and that Aries full moon? I got your chart here. I think this week, Capricorn, you're prepared to do a lot for your love life, but are you going to do too much for your love life here? I think you're very in tune to what's supposed to bring you justice in your life here. Especially if you're forgiving people now. And they're still not doing the work with you, Cappy. I think it's not going to work in love this week. But if you're forgiving people and they're showing you their strength, because I saw the strength card there. I think there's a good chance for it working. So put that person in your mind and let's see what the person on Capricorn's mind thinks about them. Too many cards fell out. Person on your mind right now, what they think about you, Cappy. Yeah, your patience are going to reach a limit this week here. Yeah, and there's a Tower. What they think of you is the Knight of Cups, King of Swords in the Tower. Sorry, King of Cups. Did I say King of Cups? This is King of Swords. You have Knight of Cups, King of Swords, and the Tower. I like that Tower card because you're kind of standing firm on your position about what it should be. And I think you did forgive somebody here, maybe. Or if there's the energy of trying to reconnect to past stuff, you're standing your ground here and moving forward with emotions. And if something falls apart here, I think your person knows that you're willing to watch that tower burn. Your person knows you're not afraid to let it go. Queen of Cups for you and the Nine of Swords. You know, the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Cups is very intuitive. You might be having dreams at night about your person cheating, that type stuff. You might be seeing things and visions, and you know, if you're in this space where it's kind of unhealthy this week, maybe it's time to cut it off. What's your challenge? Your challenge is the Eight of Coins. Work through the situation. Okay, I was wrong. Your suggested approach here, and this Three of Wands and Knight of Wands. I mean, it's keep your doors open to like other type of energies, right? Especially if you're forgiving somebody this week. I don't think it's the week. It's not gonna work. I don't know. It could if they step up to the game here. Let's see. Do they step up to the game? Eight of Swords, Five of Coins. Cool. That's the first time I see the Five of Coins in this deck. Yeah. They will. They're gonna step up the game here, but that goes from some sort of internal introspect. I feel like when they introspect is when you're gonna have your Tower moment. So be careful with your words and stuff like that. And, you know, it's kind of like I said, you're prepared to do a lot for your relationship this week, and your challenge is to go ahead and keep doing that. Sure. You know, let's call a duck, though, that you had to forgive somebody maybe, or you have to hold stuff together this week, Capricorn. I don't think it's going to necessarily work there, but maybe you don't want it to work as well, because you're not afraid to walk away from things this week, especially with that Aries full moon. I think you're ready to just kind of walk out and maybe look for new energies to enter your space here. I'm going to pull another card for you, Aries. Sorry, did I call you Aries? Why did I call you Aries, Cappy? Maybe you're dealing with an Aries? I'm going to pull one more card. Put the person in your mind right now that you're thinking about this read, and let's see what their ultimate action is going to be this week. Don't tell the other signs that I did this for you. It's just that your read, I took it apart too fast. I'm not going to force something out of the read, but I feel bad taking your read apart so fast and then moving on to the next sign. So stick that person in your head. We're going to pull one card here. Hierophant. There is... Yeah, okay. So they see that you are definitely husband material. They definitely see that you're wifey material. You know, that person, they know that this is on a spiritual level, that they connect with you spiritually as well. And I think maybe if there's the energy of them moving out and trying other energies out and then coming back and seeking forgiveness, I think you can have open arms to that. Especially if they come sorrowful and from a position of they've understood that lesson. You know, that's the key, you know, and people mess up all the time, right? And, you know, depending where you have stuff in your chart, right? Like I got in my chart that, you know, I shouldn't take back old stuff that walks back into my life. You know, that makes sense because that's what my mom always told me, you know. And it's funny that my mom would tell me that stuff, but my mom was also my teacher, so when it came to this tarot stuff and some astrology. Other than that, though, I think it's a good week for forgiveness, so very cool. Let's move on to Aquarius. What's going on, Aquarius? Aquarius, if you got a partner by your side, you need to be outside with this person and not inside. It's getting kind of cold outside, so maybe it's the Netflix and chill Halloween vibes for you. I think you need stimulation. If you're hiding that from your partner, if you're not giving insights to your partner, if it's not connecting, you know, they might be frustrated with that. I think this is a time you kind of boost your partner here. Of course, if it's your partner not doing the work here, I think it's also part of their responsibility to do the work, right? So Aquarius, put that person in your mind right now. Let's see what they're going through. Did I just say what are they going through? What is your person going through? That's weird because it's the person on your mind right now, what they think about you. But I said, what are they going through? Is your person going through something? Let's see what they think about you. That's possibly why you're indoors. Six of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and the Sun. Yeah, your person finds happiness with you. They might be communicating with little tiny messages. There's a lot of Leo action here for the Aquarius. I think maybe your person made a gesture of love here, and for some reason, intuitively, I'm picking up that it went unnoticed. Or it could have been reversed. It could have been you. But I think this is how they feel about you. There's the Sun with you. They like you. The Page of Swords, it's another message. And the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you might get communication this week. And you may not want it. Emotionally, you're not feeling it. And maybe it's because of past hurts. Maybe you're not in the space for relationships right now because your challenge is the Four of Cups. This read was going good until we got to your part. You know. And I understand if you're trying to disconnect from things, and it's funny because when I looked at the chart, I felt like the partner trying to get giddy for the Aquarius. Like, yeah, let's do something. But it feels like there's not even communication coming from your side. So let's see what's going on with the approach. Justice and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is definitely energies coming towards you a little bit. I don't know, like maybe putting too much pressure, or maybe not enough pressure there as well. Maybe not caring about the ultimate results, whether they hurt you or not. It could be a variety of things here with these cards, but I'm getting more of the sense that, you know, you have goals in life, and maybe it's just love is not a priority right now. Sharing your knowledge with your partner, maybe that's not a priority on here. What's going on, of course? There's another Leo card. You have two Leo cards here. You have the Empress as well. Yeah, this is definitely the outcome, is maybe you come out of this because you have the Strength card, the Three of Coins, and the Empress. And it's just realizing that the beauty in you, opening up to new energies that come off kind of harsh here, but they're actually just trying to open up the kingdom to you here. I feel that maybe the Aquarius isn't in a space of trying to invite energies in at this time because you're trying to keep this boundary type thing up, this boundary energy. And maybe you're leaving your person here in the cold, you know, like that's not so much fun for them on their side, but I see your side here is that maybe you have to kind of do some recalibration with what you want when it comes to relationships this week, Aquarius. I think this week you should give it a good overthink. I know you're good at that, overthinking stuff here, your mind, but give it a good overthink as in to kind of take into account your person here. See, Aquarius, we're going to pull one card. Don't tell the other signs. I did this one for, was it Cappy, just before you? So we'll do it because I think your read was kind of quick there, but let's just pull one card for your person. What's your person think about you? Let's see. One card. Page of Cups. They think you have emotions, but you're just kind of like intermediate or beginnerish about it. Or it's hard for you to express emotions, although the Page of Cups, I don't think he has a problem expressing that. Yeah, but I think maybe they think that there needs to be more communication when it comes to your emotional life and connecting to that. That's all I got for you, Aquarius. Next sign, Pisces. Okay, Pisces, I got your chart here. I got your cards ready to go. I think this week you're doing a lot better when it comes to love. I think this week, if you're holding grudges because things aren't kind of going your way, it might be okay. If you feel kind of vengeful this week too, I think be careful with that. But at the same time, I'm kind of encouraging that for the Pisces. If you're feeling kind of vengeful, maybe it's a good week to get in the gym, right? And well, that's how I deal with things. You might deal with things a lot differently there, but Thursday and Friday can kind of affect your personal life here. I think overall, you're doing better though when it comes to the love department, Pisces. Let's see here, or what your person on your mind right now thinks about you. Your person here, sorry, I put these upside down. Your person here was the 7 of Swords, the 3 of Swords. Yeah, there is definitely a 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords. Really? Yeah, like, I think that's exactly what I was picking up off your chart here. That is definitely off keytones of holding grudges, and that can cause some heartbreak for your person, or I don't know what's going on there with that, but that's definitely some sort of struggle here. But I think it's you trying to level up the relationship, to kind of put it in the way that you see a beautiful relationship. And at the same time, you know, maybe they don't see it that way, or you don't see it that way, and there's definitely some scuffs this week with the Pisces. Let's see here. What's going on in your department? The Emperor and the 2 of Cups. I see it now. You're trying to force a healing situation. It's not that you're being a jerk. It's just that you're trying to force a healing situation here with this Emperor and the 2 of Cups. You're trying to force the ultimate love story to heal here, and it's not happening. Or is it happening? Let's see, what's the challenge? King of Cups, there's you, and that's definitely holding your ground about your spirituality, about your how you perceive love, how you're going to give emotions. You're definitely attractive at this time, so I think with the challenge being there, this King of Cups is just kind of hold your ground when it comes to your vision. Let's see here. Your suggested approach here. Ace of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. Yeah, this is, you could be dealing with the Saggy, maybe. Ace of Cups here, the Queen of Wands. I feel like, or you could be dealing with the Aries or Aquarius moon. I don't know if that means anything to you. I don't know why I felt the need to call out all the signs there. Or Leo, you have Queen of Wands here. Did I say Leo? But you have this energy. You got all of them here. It doesn't really matter what sign. But you have this energy of approaching things this week from an emotional and a very risky type of way. And I think that comes with communication. Maybe you're communicating this week now in the way that you haven't communicated with your person before, and I think that this is a very overall positive influence for you, communicating about what you see here, because the King of Swords with the Knight of Cups, and in the middle of the read you have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, it's holding your ground. It's holding your ground because you have the ultimate vision of what this relationship needs to kind of mold into here, right? And the Knight of Cups is just saying that you're moving forward with your emotions into the relationship, because it's your quest. You want love. You want it in your space. But I think the challenge here is to continue that and not try to force a healing situation. So this week, if you're trying to force things in healing situations, it's not going to work. Anyways, Pisces, that's all I got for you here. So what can I say about everything here, about this read and all that? I think it's going to be an overall positive week for a lot of signs. I just think if we're trying to force things or we're trying to hide things or not communicate, this is definitely the bad week for that. I think it's the week for moving forward. Anyways, thanks a lot, guys, for thanks so much for just leaving me comments. Once again, when you leave your signs, what your rising, your sun and moon, that makes me really happy knowing that you guys actually know those placements. It makes me happy because it means you're not stuck in tarot world. It means you're actually looking at your charts and you're figuring out what you want to bring into your space, what the challenges are, and how you can evolve through the cycles, through your whole wheel, that whole birth chart wheel. So anyways, I think that's a very good thing. And some of you, maybe you're too afraid to comment as well, like, and you want to write what you are. I read all that, so go ahead and put it in the comments, your sign. Put in your stories too. A lot of you share your personal stories, and I think that overall that's a very good place to kind of share those things for other people going through your situation, especially in the same signs. If you'd like a tarot read, personal tarot read, do reach out. I'll do that for you. But I think the best thing to do is to actually get your chart done. If you don't have your chart done, figure out what you need to do to activate your relationship house. Figure out what the challenges are. If you're feeling unlucky and stuff like that, it's not that you're unlucky, it's just that you're not paying attention to certain things, seasons in your life that need certain attention there. And you know that already. You probably don't need an astrology. You already know what's lacking if you really dig down in there. And it's not like meditation, but just kind of shut your eyes for a minute and ask what you should be focusing on. I'm sure you can find that without an astrologer telling you. But with that said, if you guys need a chart read or if you need a tarot read, reach out to me on Instagram, request a DM with me. I do see the request. It's just it takes me a while. It takes me about a couple hours, maybe a day, okay? But I'll get to you and we'll set you up for an appointment. And anyways, the whole thing here is that you stop watching tarot, that you get out of this make-believe land of tarot. And I think the best part is when you got your chart. You know, I really hope that all of you kind of connect to that spirituality and learn more about yourself and find who you are on this journey, this beautiful journey. And this beautiful Hunter Aries full moon, you all take those beautiful leaps of faith into what it is that you want to see in your life. Love and light to all of you. I'll see you guys again. Bye.